Warning, stay tuned to learn how to survive this encounter with Leatherface and his family.
Picture this, you're traveling down a rural Texas road at night, and you end up crashing your car. Little do you know, you're being hunted by a family of flesh-eating cannibals, and they're sending their deadliest family member after you, Leatherface. You can't run forever. You can't hide forever either. They're going to find you. How do you survive? You'd better pay attention, or you'll end up like this.
Good evening, psychos and scream queens, and welcome to How to Survive, a show about making it out of your favorite horror movies without getting brutally murdered. I'm Juliette Jolly, and with me as always is our other horror hostess,
Kate Mancini.
Stab that like button down below if you think you'll make it out alive.
Yeah. And if you don't, then
chainsaw it! Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. What did you think of Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3?
I think it's a long title.
It's not as good as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, but Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 is very fun.
Yeah, it is a good movie, I think.
What is?
Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's not as good
Texas Chainsaw Massacre what?
3.
There's some fun little action moments, like an 80s action movie.
Yeah.
K&B does some very nice effects in this film, even though they did get very censored and covered up by the MPAA, who threatened to give this an X rating.
That's scary.
That is scary, just like the film X.
Oh, shit.
That's why it's called that. I mean, I don't really have much to say about this other than, like, the family is kind of boring.
I think the twist is cool that fucking Viggo Mortensen is not a cool cowboy.
I mean, but also it's something you can see from, like, 10 miles away.
That's true.
Leatherface does get a golden chainsaw with the Saw is family etched into it.
That is very cool.
And this also has a very, very fun teaser trailer where a chainsaw magically gets thrown from a lake and then Leatherface grabs it and then lightning strikes it. And I wish that happened in the film. And the opening crawl for this film claims that Sally dies in 1977, just like on her own, which some of you will find out next movie to be a lie. Anyway, what's our Austin Powers tie-in?
Our Austin Powers tie-in is, I don't know.
Well, they eat people like Fat Bastard eats babies.
Yeah!
And they're gross.
Scouty Doe! So, there are two people, and they're fucking in a car. Well, they're not fucking in a car, but they're in a car.
Why are they in a car?
They're driving. They're in Texas, and they need directions, and they're at a gas station, and there's a guy watching the fucking girl take a shit. And then there's a cowboy that fucking says, you gotta get out of here. This guy's being weird and looking at you shit. Run this way. Go this way. And then they go the way that the cowboy told them, and then they crash into the coolest guy of all time.
Oh, and then Benny, the action guy.
Yeah.
From the Lego movie.
Yeah.
Little spaceships.
And now it's Texas Chainsaw time. And then, you know, two of them get away.
If you're new here, we have a Bubbo.
Oh, really? I'm new here because I didn't know we have that.
We have a rating system for each of our kills from 1 to 5 bones based on how survivable the kills are. 1 bone, you're dead. 2 bones, you're unlikely to survive. 3 bones, is a 50-50 chance. 4 bones, it's easy to survive with still a chance of death. And 5 bones, if you die, you are the dumbest piece of shit in the world.
Yup.
So our first kill is Gina, played by Beth DePatie. Her head is hit with a sledgehammer like the second the movie starts.
Also, we don't see anything of her before she is about to be hit in the head with a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
We
Zero
don't
context at all.
know anything about her except that she gets hit in the head with a sledgehammer.
It's a 1.
It's a 1.
Our next kill, our first real kill, is Sarah, played by Tony Hudson, who is chainsawed against a tree by Leatherface. She and Gina are sisters, or were sisters.
Tragically, they are no longer related because they're dead.
Who, according to Sarah, did experience a Texas Chainsaw situation of their own, and Sarah has escaped. But she's still being hunted by Leatherface.
Oh, she's very freaked out, very scared and paranoid. She's kind of like jumpy and like telling Benny to shut the fuck up.
She definitely seems like crazed in a way that a lot of the other protagonists have been.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the film.
It's very sad to see someone almost get out of a Texas Chainsaw situation and then not.
But in her situation, Benny asked her if she wanted to come with him to go look for Michelle and Ryan. And she went, no, I'll just stay here. Should have gone with him, I feel like.
Yeah, but beyond that, there's nothing she could have done. Also, she probably doesn't trust him because...
That's true.
Think about Texas Chainsaw. Someone pretended to be on her side and then betrayed her, so she doesn't trust Benny because she thinks it's another member of the family.
That's so true. And then she walks up, sees the chainsaw, and she knows, I gotta get the fuck out of here. But little does she know
That the second she turns around...
Leatherface is there.
Yep.
So either Leatherface oiled up his little leg so it doesn't go anymore, or he just was standing there the whole time or some shit.
Or he oiled up his little butt. Oh, it's a one.
All right, so yeah. Our next kill, which is our final kill, is Ryan, played by William Butler, who gets stuck in a bear trap and then chainsawed somewhere, I can't really tell. And then he's captured, and then his head is hit with a sledgehammer.
Yep, he gets hit in the head and it kills him, but his head looks fine.
I guess, like, don't run there or some shit. I don't know. He kind of damned both of them by suggesting the Cowboys route.
But he got tricked. It was a trick.
And the car crash is not his fault either, because that was triggered by Tex jumping out randomly. So, I don't know. He's kind of just fucked. I have it as a 1 because I really
agree,
don't know. And of course, Benny and Michelle do survive, and they're awesome, and I want to see them back in another film.
Yeah, I guess How to Survive, be cooler, like Benny.
Yeah, so let's get to the conclusions.
Yeah.
Our most survivable death, these are very not super survivable. So I guess our most survivable is Sarah because she could have gone with Benny. It seems like she trusts him enough.
It's still not survivable, but if we have to choose our most survivable, I guess it's this one.
I guess. And our least survivable death is Jaina, because she kind of just shows up and dies immediately.
Yeah.
We don't really know.
Yeah, as far as we know, she hasn't existed until the moment that her head was about to be hit by a sledgehammer.
Functionally, her character is the same as just like seeing a corpse. So,
yeah, so that's the least survivable.
Yeah. So I added up and averaged out all of the bones. So our average survivability of this movie is exactly 1 bone. So I guess if you're in this, you're gonna die.
Okay.
Unless you're Benny or Michelle.
Yeah, fuck you.
So you are in this situation, which seems like it's unsurvivable. Just kidding. We'll tell you 3 ways.
Oh, shit. Stranger danger. Tex is very charming in this movie, but the second Ryan decides to take his proposed route, their fate is sealed. Don't trust the advice of suspicious strangers, especially in rural Texas. If a cop tells you don't stop for nothing or nobody, heed their warning, it might just save your life. Yeah, don't trust anyone.
Don't trust anyone.
Especially if they got weird teeth.
If they got weird teeth, if they got a southern accent,
If they wear hats.
if they're in this area at all.
If they chase after you and go that way, go that way.
If they chase after you with a shotgun, if they chase after the chainsaw,
If they look at you while you're pooping,
or peeing,
or shitting,
or jerking the frick off,
or squirting your fucking sperm.
fight back. Michelle and Benny fight back, leaving Michelle as the least crazed Texas Chainsaw victim of all time. Minimize your odds of death by pulling some 80s action movie tactics on the Sawyers. So the third act of this movie is very much just Michelle and Benny fighting back. It's very fun at the end when she kills the little pervert bitch and then goes, there's roadkill all over Texas.
Get his ass. I guess a good way to survive this movie is to be badass.
Now, if this was a previous version of the film, that we wouldn't count this as a way to survive because Benny actually does apparently die in an earlier cut of the movie, but test audiences really liked him, so he lives.
And we are forever grateful for those test audiences.
Is your favorite horror character because you're in love with him, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Keep your eyes peeled. Watch out for bear traps or Leatherface standing right behind you. Keep an eye on your surroundings at all times to make sure a sneaky Sawyer doesn't jump out and surprise you.
Keep an eye out. I mean, these guys just keep like showing up in the dark. I mean, Benny, comes across a trap and then he's like, oh, thank God,
It was a trap.
it was a trap.
I'm
These
not
guys
trapped.
sucked.
Yep. Be on the hunt.
Be on the cunt?
Serve cunt? Serve cunt.
That's not a way.
Okay.
Unless it makes Leatherface horny, because Leatherface might still get horny in this one.
We don't know.
So a surprise other ways. Make Leatherface horny so he wants to suck you off and he can suck off his little leather penis.
His little leather penis. His leanus.
That's not what it's called. Chainsiness.
His chinus.
Another episode of How to Survive has come to a close. If you survived this encounter, but to ensure you never get left in the cutting room floor, hit that subscribe button and double tap that bell button so you don't miss any future survival guides. Head over to patreon.com/thisisreallycreepy for early access and exclusive bonus content that's sure to scare. And do you have what it takes to survive the Sawyer's second cannibalistic outing in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2? To find out, click the video on screen now before it's too late!
I don't like the Sawyers.
They're all your husbands. Got you!
Shut up, bitch.
Got you!
Go fucking kiss Leatherface, idiot.
Damn. Got me!
Yeah!